right. Hi, my name is Sean Kelleher. I am the Recycling Outreach Coordinator under the Swiffer grant. So today we're going to be talking about the new recycling system and how it's going to work and the changes you should be expecting to see. So we'll start by introducing our team that we have. Do we want to go down?
Lenny Fritz, Field Superintendent, DPW.
Tina Lee Bradley, grant writer and manager.
Matt Conway, Communications Director for the city.
And again, my name is Sean. So my role here is I do a lot of outreach and try to be in the community to hand out flyers and go to community events to get the word out about this recycling transition and post on social media so people know what to expect when we roll out our new recycling.
That would be you.
Oh, hello, that's me. So update on our trucks. Our trucks have been ordered. They are on schedule. As a matter of fact, one of the chassis is built and it's being shipped to where the body is being put on. They're Labrie bodies, so they're not put on in the same location. These new trucks are a larger capacity and they're also more fuel efficient and there will be less impact, with the greenhouse gases. Our timeline looks like it's going to be right on par for sometime in the spring of 2025. The new trucks, basically, if we pick up your recycling now, we'll have no problem picking up the recycling in these 96-gallon toters. There will be a learning curve, but we're expecting very few problems with these. As a matter of fact, it's going to make life a whole lot easier.
And
a whole lot easier.
and much more efficient. Hi, welcome. We just started.
All right. So single stream recycle. Oh no, I mixed up. Single stream recycling. It makes it easier for people to recycle. You're able to put all your recycling into one of the carts, and there's no more sorting required. Makes it easier for families and people who are busy to recycle. And again, it is just for recycling, so we want to make sure that we're keeping our trash separate. It's still going to be in bags with the stickers, so we want to make sure that we're keeping the trash out of it and making sure that we're recycling properly. We want to continue to recycle like we do now. Greenfield is really great at recycling. We want that to continue. So over the next 2.5 years, we're going to still be raising awareness about the program, making sure people are recycling properly, making sure that materials are clean, and answering questions. And when the program starts, I'll be riding along with the drivers, tagging carts that have a lot of contaminants to make sure we're keeping those contamination rates down, and talking with the people about how to properly recycle.
We'll answer all questions at the end of the presentation.
Write my questions down if I can remember.
Okay, sorry, thank you. Okay, so single stream collection. Most of the recyclables, well, all of our recyclables will be sorted at the material recovery facility. And even though they're all together, and I've got lots of slides, several slides that I'll be showing you, plus we're going to show you a video of a single stream recycling facility so you can take a whole look at how the system happens. So it starts by removing contaminants that are common to all recycling programs, whether it's our program, which is currently a dual stream program, or single stream, because there are a lot of upfront contaminants that unfortunately people put in their bins, like electronics or plastic bags or other plastics that are not at all recyclable, at least in markets that we have now. So all of those materials get removed up front by pickers that go once the materials dump on the picking floor. They go through all of that, just cursory looking at things, and then they're scooped up and they go on conveyor belts, which I'll show you the slides for. So of the remaining, so most of that contaminants that get picked out, it's like 5 to 15%. Whether it's single stream or dual stream. Single stream tends to have a little more contamination, but we're going to keep ours really low. And then the remaining that gets through the best single stream recycling facilities is about 98% of that remaining material does get marketed. So, on to single stream recycling MRF. So with the single stream MRF, you can see the material going up the one conveyor belt. You see all the conveyor belts that are consecutive going through there. So next slide, Matt. And again, there's another view of all the, and so this is what a single stream MRF is. The purpose of all the conveyor belts is all the materials go up, and then through a series of different kinds of eddies and moving parts and air blowers and optical sensors, the materials eventually, it's called a positive sort. So it usually goes in for paper and then the plastics and then the other materials, and so it all gets taken out. So next slide, Matt. So sorting equipment, there you go. And let me see, let's get on to the next one. So the optical sorting, so this is the neatest invention because the optical sorters actually sort the different kinds of plastics because it is able to use infrared sensors to tell what kind of plastic it is. And so you're separating out your PET, which is your soda pop bottles, your HDPE, which is your milk jug, the high density polyethylene, your polypropylene, which is other kinds of juice bottles and things like that, and yogurt containers, and then other kinds of plastics or mixed plastics, because that's all of other containers. So this is how that gets done. And then this is a view of another single stream recycling center, and this actually is the All American Materials Recovery Facility. This is the facility that we will most likely take our single stream materials to. It's in Berlin, Connecticut, and it is a state-of-the-art MRF. And it was built last year, and in fact got, once it opened last year, it got the MRF of the Year award through the National Waste, Solid Waste Industry. So this is just another view of it. So they do have pickers on there, and usually there's more materials. This is when it first opened. But you can see all the different connections. This is mostly fiber, and then it goes out, and then it comes on down. So we want to show the video now?
Of course.
So we'll show a video of the All-American MRF.
The All-American MRF is a breakthrough in single-stream recycling and is a proving ground for how the very best recycling system should operate throughout the world. We occupy a really unique space in recycling throughout the Northeast where we have deep relationships with many of the municipalities that we're serving and the customers that we're serving. And because of that, we have decades worth of experience of processing their materials and bringing them to markets so that we can create the highest level of recyclable material for end markets, ensuring that the materials that you put in your bin at home make it to a new product again. Van Dyke has been a leader in recycling equipment development, and we've worked together for decades, and we couldn't be prouder to have them in Connecticut as a local company, local families working together to solve these local issues.
The concept of this facility is to get 50 tons per hour, and they're able to run 20% over design capacity to separate at 60 tons per hour these recyclables into very good end products that are sellable and have very little residue, and do it in an automated way. By a combination of size separation, using optical sorters that are the best in the world, and the R&D which we have developed over 38 years in the business.
The new facility is very strategic to us because of its close proximity to our paper mill, and it also gives us access to high quality fiber 365 days a year. So we're very excited about the new MRF because it'll give us incremental volume that'll be available to us in our process here. Pre-pandemic, the OCC was primarily being collected at the commercial level, where it'd be collected in the stores, put into compactors or put into trailers, and then brought to a recycling plant to be processed. During the pandemic, the consumers' buying habits changed significantly, and more purchases were made at home via e-commerce. With the All-American MRF being open now, it allows us to collect those boxes that are being sent to the home, being processed by the All-American MRF. Then eventually it comes to our mill and it gets put back into our process.
We've been collecting recyclables and processing recyclables for decades in this market with the homeowners and residents of Connecticut and Massachusetts. And at the end of the day, we listen to what's important to them. And having a simple, elegant solution that makes it easy for them to do the right thing and recycle is what works. And the All-American MRF is going to allow us to do that better today than we ever have in the past and continue in the future.
So that's an example of the state-of-the-art single-stream recycling materials recovery facility, and that's the one in Berlin, Connecticut, where we're likely to take our materials. And again, it's state-of-the-art, and they have a really good marketing of all of their materials. Okay, Lenny.
So just a quick minute about the carts. We're a little bit far out from our launch date. To get too far into the carts, I've contacted several different cart manufacturers. The general consensus is they need about 6 weeks for production. Certainly I would like to give them more time than that, but if we're only looking at 6 to 8 weeks out, I wouldn't be putting out requests for quotes until sometime in 2025. Now, our plan is to deliver them to each individual resident or each individual condo association. There are a couple different options. We can do it ourselves as a DPW. Most of these manufacturers also offer a cart placement, which I'm also going to request in the quote. It'll be a separate quote apart from the actual cost of the cart. So we're going to look into that a little bit deeper, and over the next few months, we're going to be having more conversations about carts, and especially cart placement.
So it's important to think about how much you recycle, especially when we look at cardboard. So you want to make sure that you are picking the right cart for the right size. So we have the 95-gallon cart, which is about the size of 5 bins that you currently have now, no 13-gallon bins. And then for those who have smaller households or don't generate that much recycling, we have the smaller 65-gallon cart. Both of those are in the back.
So I did a bunch of research on what other municipalities who do single stream collection, which again is about 80% of our country for curbside collection, and even large municipalities like Chicago, and they're publicly collected, and other large municipalities and smaller municipalities. And we were looking at a smaller cart, but none of the municipalities like the 35-gallon because it tips over easily in any kind of inclement weather or wind or snow. So we are going to offer the 95-gallon and the 65-gallon, which our test marketing so far shows that most people will need the 95-gallon because of all the cardboard that we now generate. But with the 65-gallon, and we took this out to a condo where our mayor lives, and all the neighbors, residents came out, and you can see our video online of the mayor and at her condo. But they all thought that they were gonna get the 65, but now they're looking at this 95. So things change, and so we encourage you to take a look at the carts and figure out what you have in terms of your needs. And online, there is a cart form that you can fill out if you want a 65-gallon instead. Was that yours? Did I take yours?
No, very good.
Okay, so and we have a hard copy of the form back there if you want to take it and take a look at it, or you can do it online, or you can fill it out if you think you want a 65-gallon instead of a 95. Or if you need 2 95 gallons, we can accommodate that as well, although there will be a minor charge for an extra 95-gallon. And people who live in multifamily homes, like split family houses, each actual resident residents will get a cart unless they request that they want to share them. Some condominiums will be sharing them, or they will all get their own carts, and you can reach out to Sean if you have individual questions about your needs. Okay.
Yes, so if you would like to request an additional 95-gallon cart, or if you want to request a 65-gallon, because the default size that will be delivered to all will be the 95. So unless you put in the request for that smaller size, it's going to be the 95. And so I have forms in the back if you think that you want the 65-gallon, or you can do it online. If you go to our website and go to related pages, you see here, go under recycling cart request form, and you can fill out, either the form that we have on the website, or we have a printable PDF that you can print out and drop off at the DPW office.
So in addition to different carts that people might want to request, we also know that other people may need special accommodations. And so if you are a person with disabilities or an elderly person who gets special accommodations now on our curbside program, we will talk with you, and Sean can come out and show you the carts. And if you have questions about whether you can get the cart down your driveway or how that's all going to work, we're willing to work with you. We can't make special accommodations for everybody, but we do want to work with everybody to make sure that the program works for them. So on our page as well, on our webpage, that's you. Sorry.
Similar to the requesting a cart, we have a page for our accommodations. So if you go under accommodations for our new automated recycling, you can fill out a request form. It's just going to ask for your address. If you'd like to try out one of the carts, that we can bring it to your residence and you can try figuring out where you can store it or try pushing it. And we'll ask you how you currently recycle and ask if you need any accommodations. So if you feel that you might need accommodations for this, just fill out the form, and we also have hard copies of that form in the back. And like the request form, you can fill out the form online, or we have a PDF that you can print out and drop off at the DPW office. And if you have any questions about it, you can always call me. My cards are also in the back.
And Sean is at a lot of events, including here at the Senior Center, also the Farmer Market and other outside events. And so the carts are often here at the events here, but they live at the DPW office. So if you want to roll one around DPW, you're welcome to go take it for a spin and try it out.
What about taking a cart up 3 flights of stairs?
We'll get that.
So far as other program accommodations go, Sean's touched on several of them. We will absolutely come out to your condo complex, or if you come out to your steep driveway, whatever we happen to have, we'll come out there. I'm very familiar with all of the routes, so I've probably been to each and every one of your homes, probably each and every one of your condos. I know each condo has their own restrictions, whether it's the rules about having a cart outside and it needs to be inside the garage, whether it's a common area where people bring everything to a common place and we pick up there. We understand that there's going to be some things that we need to work around depending on what the rules of the condo are. That's not going to be a problem. And reach out to Sean if you would like us to load up a couple of those bins. We'd be happy to bring a couple of carts out there, one of each size, and you can take a look at them and see what works best for you.
And when we took it to the mayor's condo to do our video, she tried it out in her garage because they have rules there at their condo that it has to be inside the garage, and it fit perfectly. So for cart storage, these carts are meant to be outdoors. We are not expecting everybody to, nor would we want you to take them up and down the stairs. That is not going to happen because you would not be able to do that. So they're weatherproof, the lids stay on, you're not going to have any issues with that. They can be living outside or in your garage or wherever you can have them. Outside of your property, and so what we recommend is that you keep your recycling bin, use that inside, and then carry them down like you would normally to put them at the curb. And instead of putting them in at the curb, you toss your recyclables into your cart and then roll the cart, because the carts really roll really well, and we encourage you to take them for a spin so you can see that. And so then the cart will then go out to the curb. And then for cart placement at the curb, we're working on specifics, but most likely we would have you put it either at the end of the driveway. We'll probably give you options depending on the circumstances, and we will be I'm drafting right now a recycling ordinance, a new recycling ordinance about cart placement. And so they would be right at the edge of your driveway, right in the beltway, or right in outside on the street, right at the curb. And the wheels go at the curb, same thing on the driveway, and the opening is out the front. And so we'll be doing videos on the cart placement and even on cart storage, so you'll get all of that information as we get out. And we'll have videos, and we'll be having we'll have another one of these public meetings in the winter, in December, and another one in March, and we'll hope to do some videos when we get some snow, and so we can talk about how you deal with carts. Because I've been watching videos from Edmonton, Canada, and they know all about the snow thing, and they have some really good tips. So we're going to be working on videos that have really good tips. Okay, Matt.
All right, so we try to make this information as accessible as possible to the public, and we know people have different means of, utilizing and learning information. So Sean has been doing a great job with his public outreach. He's been at several events here at the Johns Hopkins Community Center, at the library, at the Off the Common concert series, at the farmers market, etc. But we also have our website and other information that you can find. So let's do a little tour of the website. I like to always start from the homepage because that's where we all start when we get there. Where to find it? All you have to do is scroll down just a bit and you'll see recycling transition. You can also look under residents. Automated recycling transition is the first item that pops up. So here's our web page. We have our graphic for today's meeting. The homepage just kind of has some basic background information about the grant, the 3-year timeline that it'll be executed across. And then we have the many related pages that have been referenced throughout this meeting. And then also a contact us box with Sean's information if you ever have a question, whether via phone or email, you can reach out to him. But we touched upon some of these related pages. Let's look into some of the others. We have frequently asked questions. This has been really a great resource because we've gotten so many questions throughout this process, and we have a really strong foundation here of what many of those questions have been. We have an FAQ just for automated recycling. How does automated recycling collection work? There you go. And then we also have a FAQ for our new recycling carts, which many people have been curious to learn about, whether it's the size or you have to pay for the carts. Nope, you don't have to. So this is a really great destination for people to utilize if they just have some kind of quick thought, ideas or questions about what this new program entails. If you're interested in learning more about automated recycling at one of the various tabling events, you can head to our community outreach and events subpage. So this, just some basic background. We have Sean's information, especially for neighborhood groups or condo associations or any kind of organization or community stakeholders can reach out and schedule just a private meeting if that is of interest. But here are some of the many tabling events Sean has done or will be doing. As you see, he'll be busy this Saturday. He'll be at the farmers market and then at Stone Soup Cafe. We will be updating this graphic probably within the next week to include all of his excellent future events that are coming up. So we've touched on accommodations. We have our automated recycling information and resources. This is kind of your hub for background information. So just a quick blurb about the benefits of automated recycling, why this program is going on, and then if you scroll to the bottom, there's a plethora of supporting documents, some breaking down the grant timeline, the cost analysis of single stream, and then we're also going to include the PowerPoint presentations for all of these meetings there below, so you can check them out at any time. We also have our meeting archive. We have our 2 meetings. I'm also going to put any promo videos we do about automated recycling on this. So we have a great video that I can show you in a minute with Mayor Disorder that we shot at her condominium. And then just kind of a refresh, this is what the recycling cart request form page looks like. You have the option to either submit online, or you can always just load up the PDF and print that out and return to the DPW office. Or you can go to the DPW office, pick up a form, fill it out there, and then just submit it. As always, social media is somewhere we are, being very active about promoting the different automated recycling initiatives. We have both the City of Greenfield page, but also the City of Greenfield DPW page that Sean has done a great job operating. Just with some information, we have some stuff about just DPW programs, but a lot of great kind of background on what's going on with automated recycling, different promo of tabling events, etc. But I want to show everyone the promo video that we did with Mayor Disorder, because that came out really great, and we will have additional promo videos that we'll be shooting this week. And then in the coming weeks as snow finally reaches the area. So let me just pull that up.
Can you take your mic out to them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I can take notes that way.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Oh, sorry, I should have put it in the slides.
No worries.
We're rolling out our new automated recycling program.
The City of Greenfield is transitioning from a manual, dual-stream recycling method to an automated, single-stream recycling collection system. All of your recycled material, including plastics and cardboard, will all fit in one new cart. The carts may look heavy to move, but they're easy to glide across any driveway that you may have. We have a lot of exciting information to share about this new recycling program. You can find it all on our website. You can take a look at our question and answer section about automated recycling and our new carts. Check out which events that the automated recycling team will be tabling at. You can learn more about automated recycling, accommodations, different cart options, and so much more information about our exciting automated recycling program.
We're rolling out.
That was awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. But
Matt did a good job.
as Athena mentioned, we'll have upcoming public meetings. One officially December 10th, and then the next one will probably be in March. But there will also be more tabling, more informal gatherings, and we just want to be as proactive as possible as making sure everyone in the community has this information readily available before the carts come in next spring and things are finally rolling out. But I really like in the video that the mayor, she's rolling it up the incline of the hill, but she's able to do it backwards. I think it shows that once a lot of people get the carts in their hands and are moving them, they're really not as intimidating as they may look. So I think we'll continue to be available to share this information, and we're happy to take any questions